know any personal, like there's only one weapon and that's the 249 that's automatic, but they took away the automatic portion off of all the rifles and stuff for the simple fact that it's inaccurate. It's so inaccurate. When you're sitting there with an automatic rifle, it is completely and utterly inaccurate because the weight of the rifle is so light. The weight of the rifle is so light that it's hard to keep control of. Like literally, the 249 Golf, the 249 Saw is what's it called? Is so heavy for itself that it's able to keep centered because you're using gravity as well. And so you have that just simply that. And they took it out because they were wasting so much fucking ammo. You shot a range? You went to a shooting range with specialized weapons? And it's just they're so inaccurate. You need a vice to hold them down and like all that stuff, and it just. Yeah, not accidentally hitting the school next door. You want to... They actually found out that military people have a higher moral compass than civilians do. Yep, 100%. 100%. It's the trained violence. It's you're trained to be violent, so you have to choose when to be violent. Where they're not, and that's, let's see, civilians aren't trained to be violent, and that's why being emotionally, what's that word called? What's that fucking saying? No. It's a literal, you can get away from murder if you're emotionally distraught. I forget what the actual saying is, but civilians follow under this category a whole lot fucking more. I've been teaching my therapist. But I haven't been able to go to them. And like I said, I had to... Oh, well, no. Because that would cost the government money. And you know how the government doesn't like to spend money on people. Like shit. fucking Trump tried his wonder drug at the VA and it sped up the process. Nope, it wasn't that. It was the fact that he had stock in it. He invested already in the company. And because it didn't work, he's now getting in trouble for it. Because, I mean, you can't... If you invested in it before the presidency, then yeah, that's fine. Because he'll get a return because it's from a foreign country. That's why. But... you can only do it in America. It's only American businesses that you have to pull out from. But even then, a lot of Republicans let that go. But he's going to prison, and I hope he gets hung. I honestly do. I hope they try him for crimes against humanity, and you will watch President Trump get the death penalty. Yep. Oh, no. There's a reason. The reason why is because he thought it wasn't a big pandemic and it wouldn't come over to the U.S. So he ended up fucking just getting what's it called? He ended up sending all of the supplies to China, like 39 billion units or something like that. It was either billions of dollars or billions of units. And it got lost along the way. No, this was January. So we had the... Yeah, because he gave all our supplies to China first, so then when we had the epidemic, we didn't. Dude, he's worse than a fucking fish on the fucking shore. So you did flush. Nope. I am 100% disabled because I am what you call, because I was mentally disabled before, and anybody with a pre-existing condition had to get out, and a post-existing condition had to get out. So they kicked me out, and then I had a failure to adjust to civilian life because I was so crude. Because I come from an environment where I don't give where, let's put it this way, this establishment didn't give a fuck if you were a private or a general. If you were wrong and somebody pointed it out, correct yourself. I was trained to. All right. It's called JJ Did Tie Buckle. That's the ditty, and I'm gonna pull it up for you. JJ Did Tie Buckle. Tie T-I-E. So pronounce. It represents justice, judgment, dependability, integrity, decisiveness, tact, initiative, endurance, bearing, unselfishness, courage, knowledge, loyalty, and enthusiasm. Those are what make a great leader. The only thing I don't have is tact. No. Marine is... Tact is something like the way you say stuff. And I'm just like, you're fucking retarded, where somebody's like, you're not thinking that well. Yeah, we're all in the same team. You're fucked up. You correct yourself. More people stay alive. Most people use my overbearingness as an excuse to disregard what I said. Some of the things you don't even know to agree with. The sign of an intelligent person. And you want to know the best part about it is, I said even when I'm wrong, I'm right to a person who fucking looks shit up. You get it, right? Because you end up looking it up, right? And then you end up becoming right. So what did I just do? It's fucked up, but it's still like... And then here's the best part. You want to always find out somebody who loves being right. because when you correct them, they will fix themselves. It's the people that are getting mixed up with the people who don't want to be proven wrong. Being you just found another. Yeah. Hey, you wanna fucking yeah, anybody that tries to correct you wants you to have the longest life possible. Ha! And then she try and prove you wrong on everything after that, the next day. There's no way to fucking rip off a band-aid of truth. You just grab and pull. If you don't like it, then stop talking. Stop doing. Simple. I don't like the way you talk to me. Well, stop fucking up. Stop making my life harder. Stop making your life harder. And then complaining about it. Ugh. And it's not just women, though. I will say this. It's not just women. It's people who live in isolation. Where the reason... the reason why they say it's women is because what were women 50 years ago? You're looking at... I'm looking at a culture type difference. That's why. You had a man choosing everything for you. You sat at home most of the time. And you only went out when the man was driving the car. So I found out Facebook doesn't delete you or mute you at all if somebody blocks you and then unblocks you and starts talking shit. Within the same day, of course. So, no. If I'm saying something to you, you block me, and then you unblock me and start talking shit, and then I start talking shit, and then you try and report me, it doesn't go through. No, don't try and be polite and then don't try and be responsible and then destroy your responsibility, like you being responsible by then start talking shit. Because like I had a person that was like, you got people killed, and I was like, bitch, I changed SOPs, standard operating procedure, the thing that's in place for like the longest fucking time. I came in the Marine Corps and changed like, I think it was like 4 or 5 SOPs. That's a lot. No. I came in and then I did one thing and they were like, what are you doing? And I'm like, it seems better if I would be here because then I wouldn't be so much of a target. Or it would be better here if I did this because then it would be better if that happened. You know what I mean? Like, and then they were like, what the fuck? And then next minute I know, the next day we're doing exactly the way I said to do it. Because before, we used to stand in 2 columns, staggered column, right? And the leader would be right plop in the fucking middle, like an H. Right? And then I was like, can't you just, like, stand in, like, the gutter area while everybody else is walking on the street? And you can still see everything. And they were like, what? And I was like, you would want to have the people, like, if you think you're going to be mainly attacked on one side or the other, that would be the side you're on. Like, you're actually be away from. And they're like, what do you mean? A leader is supposed to be able to see everything, right? So if you think you're getting attacked on the right, be on the left. And it's... yeah. Yep. My whole fucking company. We also had this one thing where after a fucking IED explosion, we did these tests. You're just supposed to be driving like fucking 15 miles per hour, and then they're like, driver go limp, and then you just go limp. And then somebody else is supposed to take the wheel and stuff like that. They never thought to grab the e-brake and slow it down. Just take control and ride it out. Just take control and ride it out. And see, the funny thing was, the reason why we train is because you can't think when these things are happening. Your brain is just take everything in and react to it. So if you don't have the training, you can't react properly. And I was like, what happens when you get out of a kill zone? You don't have the idea to pull the e-brake. So then guess what happened? Once you're out of the kill zone, hit the e-brake. And it's like there was just like several different things that were just, I forget what the other 3 were, but they were small little things. No, it's the way it is because nobody thought anything else of it. I was in a Marine Corps, so. Military. Just say military. Military is the... well, the reason why is because we're like the big brothers of the world. Like, this is the one thing anybody says America should stop getting into people's business. Alright, if you have the skill and training to fight somebody and the understanding to know when something's right and wrong, right? And then you watch a child getting beat by their parent. What do? You stop them. You fucking put a stop to it. We are that trained force. And it's... Fighters. No, no, no. We just it is the fighting force that scares everybody, and the rest, and guess what? You can't be a good army, or you can't be you can't be a good army by having good administration. So we have to be a good fighting, protecting force. Protecting force. There we go. And Europe's getting scared about what's happening with us, because they're like, if you guys go down, so do we. Yep. Everything, everywhere. Everywhere is a symbiotic relationship now. Yeah, we're neighbors. That's why. He's not wrong. I totally agree with you. No, Las Vegas is a gaming board. They can't open up. They don't have control over their own city. No. The governor and the mayor don't have control of their city. Gaming board does, because the amount of travelers that come through. Oh, did I already stick it on my horse? Spoot, where are you? Right now, I'm trying to find my task master. This ain't good. I pulled him out of a place, and I completely forgot where I fucking put him. Don't tell me I fucking lost him. Fuck me. The guys that are in the little things, when you pull them out of the things, they're like an item. I was always a big video gamer, mainly because I have shitty parents. No. No, I went in with my grandparents. I'm thinking about moving to Japan, though. Mm-hmm. Yep. Nope. There's bases you can live on. Base housing, yep. I swear, every time I post on fucking Trump's page, I get another fucking bot message. He's going to town. Fucking going to town on his bone. Yeah, right, Brian. He's not even in this reality right now. I really can't believe that, though. Oh, wait. I might have put them in the fridge. No, No, that I didn't. That's the other one. He might have made a fridge. No, I have several people playing on my server, and right now we were putting a thing in an area where we could actually build in. Because I was building on the side of a mountain, so a lot of the structures, until I get a foundation down, we can't build a lot of the structures. So once we get a foundation down, I will be putting that in there, but until then, we have to use his place. And he's like in the epicenter of where we can go and get people. I see. I want video games to actually understand the dark neutral light. Like normally dark forests are just as big as light forests, you know what I mean? And then there are neutral fortresses and forests. But like in the desert is just all darkness. Even I'm talking about like deadly type things. So it's all darkness, and then you have the what's it called? They're very, very minuscule things of like light, while like a jungle is more revival and stuff than it is darkness. Granted, there's more predators and shit there, but still. About 2 months-ish. Yeah. I do like how they're doing a community. Did I tell you about that? They're more of a community in this. Yeah, like I buy the stuff, you can use it. Like I can buy the DLC and everything that's in the DLC. If I can make it, you can use it. Yeah, but it's always the same server though. That's the thing. It's not like Fallout where it's just a new what's that called? No, like you ever played Diablo 2? You remember how they had different rooms, and then once everybody left, it was turned off? Yeah, not in this game. Yep. Drop in. It was a drop in, drop out. But it turned out not to be. So I am going to find out if I fucked up or not. Which I think I did. But then again, I told him to go and do it. He never said it, but he did mention, oh hey, you can preserve the thralls if you put them in the freezer. So, he's like, that's a neat little trick I just found out. So, fingers crossed that there's a freezer where I'm going. Yes. No. Nope. He's just a good guy. He's just Conan. No, he's in a bar. Just chilling. Yeah, he tells you that the intro movie is actually the beginning of the story. I didn't know that because you're trying to find the chick that he helped. No, like you know how you open a game and it has the little video before the main menu? Yeah, that's part of the story. Yeah, I didn't know that, and then like all of a sudden he was like, when I met Conan, I listened to the story, and he's like, I cut a woman down, and she said she wanted to get vengeance, and blah 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 blah, on the people who put her up there. I was like, oh damn. But it encourages you not to beat the game. Because when you beat it, you die and you restart. It's weird. I guess it's just kind of like it forces you to do other things than not beat the game. I hate that. It's a cheese dick. It's a cheese dick way to recycle the game. And it's a money grab. Right? And you already got a lot of bullshit in it too. It's not like, oh hey, beat the game and you'll go better. Oh shit, that's a white wolf. Certain colors mean certain things. Okay, so my dog's chewing his bone on the bed. It's about as big as him. He's a corgi. And if you ever, yeah, you gotta give a corgi, what's it called? A bone bigger than him so he can lie on it and chew it, because he can't hold it in his hands. Yep. They don't it would be like trying to like hold food in your chest and eat it. Huh? I accepted your challenge and now all I got are crumbs in my belly button. Yes. Ah! Is there a second one? Is there a second one? Is there a second one? Please tell me there's a second one. Pretty, please, please. Pretty, please. Okay, this is kind of his restaurant area with beds. Okay, it's kind of... Alright, cool. Yes! Okay. Alright. Woof! I'm glad I'm smart. He's gonna hate me though. Oh, okay. Oh, that's so awesome. That's where he's at. Yes, he was. I rode all the way back to my other camp when I could have just checked the freezer, though. That was my fault. I did extra work. The game's a pretty solid game, and they're only listening to the player base that wants balance. And their balance is rock, paper, scissors. Nope. It has its combat features. Yes, there are things you can't do without doing combat, but there are things you can't do without building. So you can literally play this game without fighting at all in certain areas. Like the very beginning area, it's so crowded with enemy NPCs that it makes it really hard to do that. But there are spots that you don't have to interact with any enemy. And technically, you just run around, hit stuff, and run away from them. You don't need to play the game at all. Like, you don't need to fucking attack anything. You don't need to do anything. But it helps. Well, you're a good boy. Yep. Mine. But yeah, you can, I'm a builder and people are like, well, why don't you fight with me? And I was like, well, if I'm fighting, what am I not doing? I care less for fighting. Even though I have 40 things in my fighting. But now I could have a Thrall that's like a badass. Oh yeah, I gotta get you Sploot. Spoot. He tried putting it on that platform, but that did not work. I wonder if the lightning's real. Like, yeah. Like in Minecraft, the lightning's real. If you get struck by it, you get hurt. If an enemy gets... Yeah. where in and if an enemy gets hit by it, it buffs them. Right? But that's awesome though, right? You're like, at least you know who the buff is. In Minecraft, yes. But it's not like lightning storm, everybody run. No, it's like you'll be running, it'll be raining, and then all of a sudden, so now I need to go and build another one of those. So I'm pretty sure you've seen somebody just like fucking... You ever watched anybody just go off of somebody so immoral? Because that's what I do. I will yell, scream. Oh, no. Dumb and stupid is one thing. Somebody telling me they like to do immoral acts, like, I'll DDoS somebody, and all that stuff, and I'm like, you're a fucking asshole, and then they try and argue, and I'll be like, no, get that stupid fucking thought out of your head right now, because it's not what you think it is. You can't go and do something shitty over here, and then say you do something good over here. No, it's either one or the other. And guess what? You want to know the hilarious part is? Doing something shitty cancels out doing something good. Every time. If you accidentally did something shitty, like you went to go help somebody by like DDoSing somebody else because they're DDoSing other people, and then you find out that they don't DDoS people, then yeah, you're still a good person. You just fucked up. Guess what? We all do. But if you go around DDoSing people because you don't like their attitude towards your shitty ways, then guess what? You're going to be fighting the world. Yeah, well, and plus you're also, you have the time to you've had the time to understand who's a shitty person before they even, well, after like the first couple sentences. No, not America. They get really isolated. Oh, somebody did me bad. Oh, somebody else did me bad. Oh, somebody else didn't do what I wanted. Oh. So I'm never going to talk to anybody again. America. You ready? Ready? I'm about to change your whole thing. Don't ever be mad at stupid people. Stupid people know when a person is smart. Be mad at naive and ignorant people. Ignorance is not bliss. Naivety is bliss. Ignorance isn't. Ignorance are hateful, shitty people. You're a horribly immoral person that just chooses to be a horribly immoral person. Like, The dumb things that I do is forget order of stuff. I'm ADHD. I go outside of that doorway into my kitchen because I want a drink of water. Guess what? I grab a carrot. I do that all the fucking time. And, like, that's something that I can truly say is me. But me punching somebody in the face every time I fucking fuck something up, no. Or I get emotionally distraught, no. It's either you need to keep yourself in check or have people around you that keep yourself in check. Because that's the best part about it. Your friends are supposed to make you a good person. Find more friends. That's what it should say. Because there is a limit to everybody, and you can't be just ditching people because they don't challenge you anymore. Some people, like, oh no. What I'm trying to say is, like, a person who doesn't challenge you, like, oh wait, no, let me hear your version of challenge first. Mm-hmm. I don't say do more, or I would just say do stuff right and learn more. You don't have to be a billionaire. You know the thing, right? Let me teach him. And then you go and take the fucking thing and smash it on the ground, knowing that you could buy another one. Oh, no, I'm not rich. I just know, okay, this guy's like, alright, I have my cell phone, blah, 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 blah. So you take that thing, you know you have fucking, like, so much money in your bank account to go and fucking rebuy it. So you just take it, smash it, and go, what do you do now? What the fuck do you mean I do now? Blah, 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 blah. Well, I could replace that, but what do you do now? Like, most people will just be like, I'll call the cops. What if they take your phone and smash it? Oh no, it's actually incredibly easy, I find. Alright, this is the one thing, alright? This is how you teach it. You know how you were a different person back then, and you had different thoughts and patterns and stuff? Exactly like another person. Anybody who disregards moral judgment, yeah, no. Well, I don't want to pay attention to that. Well, then peace out, bro. Well, why are you gonna be like that? Cause I like to live a certain way. I don't care if you like heavy metal and I don't like it. That doesn't bother me. But you think it's totally fine for a crackhead to buy a gun? No. Cause then that means you're totally fine with hanging out with a crackhead that owns a gun. I have never met anybody that hasn't said something stupid like that. And then, oh, I don't hang out with those people. And then be like, then what about your friend Billy? You're like, I never got Billy's position until now. I love this one thing. You are all the books you read, the people you hang out, the places you went to, and the things you ate. Hmm? Do I have some of their bad habits? Yes. Do I like that I have their bad habits? Fuck no. How do I look at them? Everything not to be. Grow. Okay, so I get 2 bars. That's good. 2 bars of silver. See, I have a feeling that we would probably. Normally, this is the conversations. I like to have real conversations with people first, and then you start to mess around and have like funny fucked up scenarios, because you got to know who you're hanging out with first. You don't know, oh, I like that one moment that we had, and then I found out you were a shit person, but we're still gonna hang out. No, I'm gonna find out if you're a shit person or not, and then we'll hang out. Oh yeah, that would make sense. You would have to fucking get the impurities out, turn it into a bar, and then turn it into dust. That makes sense. This game makes a lot of fucking sense, dude. I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't tell her about the speeches. Because, I mean, it was dope. I'm talking about my friend. She made a song. She made a song and she put speeches in it. And then a bunch of people are like, don't put speeches in your song. And I'm like, and I'm just sitting over here going, that's fucked up. Oh, fucking, what's it called? The speech with Charlie Chaplin has music playing in the background. Not to mention they also put music in the background. They switched the music. Wait, no, he didn't have music. They put music in the background, and it makes the speech so much more powerful. You want to know why? Because music helps you remember. I think it's the vibration. Well, if you look at it, chemicals cause everything to vibrate. When water hits you, it causes it, like hot and temperature changes the vibration of your body. And everything is regulated at a certain temperature and needing a certain nutrients, and it has a certain frequency. That's why I believe... Well, that's why I believe that we could possibly heal wounds with vibration. Like, think about like the vibration of music could cause the stitching to connect better because it causes it to vibrate more into. It's kind of like sand. If you put a line in the sand and then you fucking shake it, what happens? Yeah, so it's like what's it called? I've been using this sonic massager on some of my wounds, and some of my wounds are they're not becoming divots anymore. Hey, real fast, coconut oil that you buy in the fucking store. Just put it in there. Put it in your roots. Root R pirate R. Have you seen that? We be setting sail, and then they go R. Nope. Nope. You want to know the hilarious part? You ready? You ready? This is true. This is true. You want to know how hair grows? Because you have dirt in your pores and you can't get it out. No, so. Do you want to know why? Look at a person that has a tan and look at how much hair they have. Because their pores are more or less flat, right? Like look at most Samoans, if you will. They're pretty hairless people, right? And they got nice black flowing hair. Cause why? Cause a lot of shit in their hair, a lot of oils and dirts and stuff get caught in there. But they're always in the water and always tanning and stuff. Just being outside. So then it causes their pores to close up. And it's a pore. Think of it like potting a plant. Except your body's reaction is to seed it. Alright. But yeah, what you need to do is get coconut oil and make sure it hits your roots. I just want to show you. I'll send you a picture real fast. Let me get a good one. Now, I've kind of not been keeping up with it, right? With the ADHD and all. But chicken butt. Even though it's called Jesus. I like when my friends were like, "There's none of this getting back," and I was like, "That's what I thought." I mean, I didn't really care. I was like, "Ah, my hair's falling out. Oh well, I look good bald." It's gonna suck that I can't, you know, do hair anymore, but I'd rather not look like Donny Boy. I don't think I don't think it's hereditary. I mean, there are certain things that are hereditary, but I think it's habitual. It's a weaker gene to constantly replenish all this stuff because your body wants to work on other things. I noticed like posture, feet, like all that stuff. Yeah, you'll get the same nose and like the same facial structure, but the reason why you got double chins, not your family. Yeah, I think the only way I have met somebody whose thyroid is fucked up, and they balloon out everywhere, not just in specific spots, everywhere. So I'm sorry if you don't have cankles, the flabby arm, the belly, the neck. If you don't have all of that, that's on you. That's all on you. And then I love it when people are like, it's my thyroid. And I was like, are you sure it's not the cocaine? Kick it right in the anus. I really think anus was made by Middle Easterns. Because you know how we've always bastardized words? The foreign languages. You want to know what anus is in the Middle East? Anus. You mean anus? So I find it really appealing in certain languages, like that's where the root word came from. There might be coincidences and such, but honestly I think America has really just bastardized a lot of other countries. We've been bastardizing words and their culture and their race. God, we're so horrible. uh, oh, beautiful. uh, uh, But no, I will say there are people that take certain things and make the aspects better. I mean, that's like all of Japanese. We invented the internet. They perfected it. What? They made the noodle. That's right. The long noodles. They made the long noodles. I remember that. Yes. Yeah, and that's what America was supposed to be. based off of. But I mean, the way it's going is like all these racists think they can control everything. But I mean, it was the biggest, it was the happiest thing to ever hear that they said any white supremacist is now a domestic terrorist. And I fucking cried that day, I'm not gonna lie. Cause my stepdad's black, dude. And he fucking, I was afraid to drive with him because he get pulled over so many times because if I was having a sensory overload problem, guess what? Looked like a black man stealing a car and hysterical white boys in the backseat. And I was like, really? You guys are gonna fucking do shit like that? No. Just no. And it's like, that's what life's been like for, like, and it's really fucked, man. It's really fucked. And then the worst part about it is people treated me different because I was okay with my dad. Why aren't you racist like us? It's like, because he's a person and he's done better than my fake ass white dad that left us. Like, I mean, I always thought my dad, my real dad, was better than my mom because of the way my mom made him sound. So then I hung out with him, and then he just can't stand pressure. He's violent as fuck. At first, I thought it was just my mom being a piece of shit. Because, I mean, some people can get to a point where you're just like, shut the fuck up! But, and then it realized it was, my mom was like that, but my dad had a really short temper. So it was both. One wasn't better than the other. It's not like she fucking deserved it, but at the same time, it's not like she helped the situation. And then, what's it called? Then she just started loading up on drugs and alcohol. Well, not loaded up. She was just one of those people that partied every weekend. But then again, she did leave just so she didn't have to take responsibility of her newborn child, i.e. me. So there aren't a lot of pictures of me and my mom when we're young. When I was young. Yep. Yeah, no, yeah. No, you can have a mom and dad, but they aren't necessarily your parents. Because parenting is completely different than just having two people birth you. I like it. You want to know what? Somebody actually said something that was really funny. He's like, I don't think people understand, like, having sex, like, having a kid. It's not that hard. It's not a miracle of life or anything like that. Yeah, it's a miracle that you fucking do that. And then somebody's like, I beg to differ. And he goes, really? I've never accidentally ordered a pizza before. And I was like, that is the best perspective of exactly what you're saying right there. And most of the people have, oh, well, I'm going to keep him because I need a best friend. Like, the fuck? That's not what a kid's for. A kid is somebody. Don't have a kid to have a fucking friend. Have a child because you want to bring something in this world and you want to see it grow. And you will participate in its growth. Let's put it this way. If you can't have a simple, just one plant, just not all, you don't need 50 billion plants. If you can't make one plant grow, don't have a child. If you don't like the fact that it shits on the carpet, then guess what? You're going to have that for fucking 5-10 years. I don't think they like me. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Yeah, they came in and left. I don't mean that in a bad way. I know I'm overwhelming and intense and I always talk. Doesn't seem to bother you. Oh no, days. Yeah, I have those fucking days. But I'm talking about people like don't hang around me because I entertained you for an hour. And if you don't realize that, like, I hate it when people don't realize that, oh, why are you so good at everything? Because I pay attention to everything. Good, bad, ugly, beautiful, everything. Doesn't fucking matter. Because why? It's a part of the world. As soon as you remove one aspect of the world, your view gets skewed. It's inside you. I have a... Are you religious at all? Okay. I got it. I got what you're putting down. Bacon. He was just there. No, I know what he was. He was a guy who wanted to get laid. I'm not saying that. That's a joke. Totally a joke. Yeah. You wanna know the best thing I always tell people? Maybe God's just a placeholder for the word called life. Because we didn't have a word of life and they didn't understand. Like, back then they thought anything that moved was alive. Magnets and mirrors. I'm on the same page as you with the mirror. No, I understand. What? What? I just don't know how they process these. Like, I understand how they work, but why? Everything has a how and a why. Why? What do you mean? What do you mean why? Something interacts with it to make it do that. Why does it do that? And everybody, like, somebody was telling me, well, we don't need to know. And I was like, that's why we have all this technology, because somebody finds the fuck out. And once we actually grasp the why, it would make the how so much easier. It's kind of electricity. Like, we found out why electricity works. Because, I mean, everybody knew how electricity worked, and it was just a parlor trick at first. But then we knew why it did what it did, and now look at all of this. Oh, no, wait, I got that mixed up. We know why it does it, we don't know how it does it. Yay, dyslexia! And I found also coconut oil works really good for MRSA. Yeah. It's a skin infection. It's a very small skin infection. It's a very small bacteria that your immune system can fight off. But after I had like my whole body, like my dislocated ribs stopped the circulation for my heart because it was pinching on the artery, and then it was also making my lugs so I couldn't get a lot of oxygen in, so it made my immune system really weak. So I used to get like all these breakouts, and now I get like these little sores. Now they're just little sores. But coconut oil, like it used to always constantly grow and stuff, and I have to go to the hospital. But now I just put coconut oil on it, it's fine. Anti, yeah, antibacterial, antimicrobial. There we go. Swig of that shot glass. No wonder why I like spaghetti. I'm allergies. Like I get seasonal allergies from tree jizz. Which is really funny, because isn't it funny? People that have really good sense of smell and never have allergies get it near the old age, and people that start out with it, their nose starts to get destroyed and they don't have to worry about it anymore. Like, it's not as sensitive. Why? Not one bit. Nope. You want? Well, it's a chemical reaction, so it actually did damage to you. That's what it does. But it also is a great antibacterial for the inside of your intestines because it actually fights. And if you look at all the places that have spice, you'll find out that they actually have really bad like water and stuff like that. So it's like no wonder why they put shit like that in their food. Like look at the two biggest places that have the worst cooking habits ever when it comes to being clean. And that's Mexico and the Middle East. And then look at what type of foods come out of the Mexico and the Middle East. Spicy. And it's just poor hygiene. That they found their way around it. Wait, what? I just picked up, you fuckers. They got a triangle button that picks up everything from that inventory. And it gets really annoying when you constantly pick stuff up. Oh yeah, the pick up and grab. Yeah, if you hold it down and like say you put it, you're like what button, and then you're like not paying attention, you're still holding it down. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. God damn it, Jim! But the one thing they did, which was really dumb, is they called it a tier 5. Like, there's actually 5 tiers of guys you can get, but one you can only do from a game mode. And that's like to get purged. And it'll make it so the NPCs attack your base. So everything you do gets you more purge. So collect stuff, build stuff, all that stuff, and it'll get you purge. But you can also set the server so it'll only purge on certain times of certain days. And you can do it at any time, like, or you can do it at a specific time. That's the type of control they give you. I turned it off because it causes my server to lag, because apparently if you don't have a lot of people on, you're on like the back end of their servers, and I think that's bullshit. If I can't make if everybody pays the same one for one, then everybody should have the same service. So just because I have 20 people and I pay $20 does not mean I should get less than somebody else that pays $300 for 300 slots. That's just ridiculous. I would say Fallout's more of a RP type game. Like, you need ever since they opened up the thing, the private servers, there's been a big RP element that's come out of it, and everybody, and that's what caused the what's it called? The Wastelanders DLC. Because they said, actually, no. I already knew that they were going to come out with that. Like, somebody's like, oh, there's no way they can add NPCs. And I was like, you came out of a fucking vault. How hard would it be for them to come out of a vault? And they actually... And they literally stated that these guys came out of the radiation because they heard that this place is starting up again. But they really need to take away from that wall and put in radiation. That invisible wall that they have. They could have said, oh, on a windy day all the Wastelanders came to the to Virginia, where all the radiation dissipated, but then that was only because a nuclear winter storm came through. Like, the very first day I would have had like a nuclear winter storm, and like you just saw all these people come back, and then like a week in, they'd start taking over places. Cultists. Brotherhood of Steel and cultists better come in. The cultists better fucking come in. Because the cultists are like perfect for people that aren't assholes. Like, the Brotherhood of Steel would be like the assholes. And then the, settlers would be the RPers. And then you have the, what's it called? What are the other guys? The No. The raiders are the assholes of the game, and the cultists would be more of the RPers. Well, no, I'm saying that's actually that's the harmonization of the groups. let's put it this way: you can make your own. You can make your own faction in Conan. You can't join one that's already there, but there's a neutral city around there where you can put a house near and then just like live. You don't have to join a faction, but then there are places where you can join a faction, and it's just, or you can make your own faction. So it's literally what this game is trying, what Fallout is trying to be. And right, our next two, one's an update and one's a DLC. The next update is finite control for the Thralls. Right now, they're a plug and play. You have them follow you, you get hit, they attack people. Otherwise, they don't do anything. Unless it's a dancer, because then a dancer can dance and take off your corruption. But other than that, there's nothing. And, what's it called? So they're actually, and it's getting down to the point where it's like, follow 10 paces behind me. So you're not like, right the fuck there all the time. Or, be right the fuck there all the time. Like, they let you have that finite control. And they said they're also going to be able to allow your buddy to be on a horse. Which is the first time I have ever heard that in any fucking video game. Like, the closest I've ever gotten to that was Mountain Blade, where the NPCs actually ride. Well, it's kind of like an RTS where every time you sit there, it's like has like a. You remember Final Fantasy VII, the beginning, the first one? You remember how when you went to the world map, you were this little guy, and then you went into these specific areas, and they were prop. Well, picture that when you went into conflict, you went into this third-person realm, and you were your individual unit, and you could give commands to your army, and they could attack or defend or do whatever echelon shit you wanted to do. But then once you went to the world map, you were this little itty-bitty horse with a number on it. But they're making another one where they're trying to take away the world map. So you're just always a guy on a horse with armies following you. And that's what this game is also pushing towards. So there's a game that's already out like that, but it's not on the PlayStation. And I'm tired of PC games because I'm tired of the upgrading. I'm tired of the changeover of the fucking things. I'm tired of the companies going under, so now you don't have an update and you can't play the fucking game. Guess what? Company goes under on my fucking PlayStation, I can still play the fucking game. Unless it's server-based, then I'm screwed. Always out. Always out. Like, I get mad for people doing this. I'm that kind of friend. No, blow your nose. Blow your nose. Whoa. No, dude, oh, I don't have anything to blow your nose. Fucking just snot rocket. Come on. Just fucking. It wants out. Let it out. I'm sorry, when my body rejects something, I believe it. Well, first I ask, why is my body rejecting something, really? Sometimes your body panics and it's like, you need to vomit, and you're like, why? I like once you already. I tell people once you already have sniffles, you're already sick. Yep. So, and then once you get sick, other germs like to invade your body. It's not opened up these doors. It's on. Think about your body as a militant fucking thing, right? There's a defense everywhere, but when something's already attacked, you go in and you fucking what's it called? You go in and your body goes and takes certain things from certain places, white blood cells, to go and attack it, which leaves doors unguarded. Yeah. And that's exactly, your body is a little civilization. That's why I don't believe in God, because I am God. I have to take naproxen with my I take Advil with naproxen, because if it hurts, my body's gonna be like, pick at it. And it's my well, the sensible me is going, that's not right. The other part of me is going, it needs to get off your body. Cut it out. Use a dull knife. Wait, what? You're all treating like you ever seen the Inside Out? That little one, that's a good representation. But certain things are actions. Like fear is an action of being sad and angry at the same time. Because you don't know what to do, you want to do something, but you're scared. Like fight or flight is not a chemical in your brain. Like, it's not... I need to find out what it is. And I noticed that... Have you noticed a lot? Have you noticed ever since they found out Russia's been putting fake news out to the United States that all of our cult fads are going away? Like flat Earth, reptilian, like pick it, shadow people, like all those websites are going away because you know Americans they don't have that much effort to do these things. The most they can do is get on a talk show and talk about it, but a website? Nah. Paranormal, that's everywhere, and that's just... I believe people that believe in the paranormal have never done drugs. No, anytime I make a blanket statement, it's normally 85%. Okay? So that's not what I mean. Once you realize how the power of your brain capable of hallucinating, you start to realize what's a hallucination and what's not. So, experience. You start to base your mind off of reality so you don't freak yourself out. But I'm gonna go eat dinner. Are you still doing that mission? Wow, perfect timing, huh? And I will be back on after the foods.